What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket. I am Nick. This is the home to the lamest taste. I am not centered like I thought I was. There we go. There we go. Whatever. This is our weekly comic book review, which I live stream here on Twitch at Vinyl Casket, and gets uploaded directly to YouTube at the Vinyl Casket, where you can please subscribe, like, and comment. Check out, I got album reviews, I got trailer review reactions, and I got movie reviews. I got our podcast show, which we will be doing right after this. It gets uploaded every Tuesday at Manny Reads Comics on YouTube and on my channel later on. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in or watching later on. I know I'm rushing this live stream, so I didn't get to advertise this like I normally do, so it's probably not going to get views, but YouTube will see it. So we have a solid week in comics, which the motto here is we get them, we read them, we bag and board them, then we review them. Really good week. It was very hard to pick my top 5, which will be discussed, my top 3 in the show, which gets uploaded on Tuesday. So we're going to start off with Indies, Marvel, then DC. We're going to start off with IDW with issue 127 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cool cover. So this is a series when I wasn't really reading Indies that I was extremely interested in getting into. And it was, besides Radiant Black and Noctera, it was like one of the first Indies that I got into around that time. It was already very deep in. The other two I got at issue 1. And I enjoyed this. And then lately, it just seems like the plot line is kind of dragging. It's not going anywhere that quickly. We've kind of just been dancing around like the same general concept and adding new things on top of it. This was a cool issue. I'm excited to see where it goes, but I might not be picking it up. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, which is very low for me. I rarely rate books that low, but a 5 out of 10, especially something that I enjoyed. I did enjoy it. The artwork was cool, but it just felt like, it just feels like it hasn't moved. They just keep adding things on top of a pile, but we're never ever getting in a direction. Move on to Image with issue 2 of Rogue Sun, which was incredible. This is a solid regular cover, no variant, unfortunately. But awesome book. So what this book did, issue 1 was really cool. I know some people were like, oh, didn't really live up to my expectation after Supermassive. This book added a whole different new element that we didn't really know at the end of the first issue that really changes the game for everything. And that is, spoiler alert, that the main character can see his dead father through the suit because he died in the suit. He's basically, his soul is in the suit, is trapped in the suit, and the only person to get rid of it is himself, is the dad. So the son, who hates the dad because he left his family and started a new family, is stuck seeing his father and like has to deal with his half siblings that wanted the suit and talking about this and figuring out why he got the suit, which is kind of really screwed up. This was an awesome issue with amazing artwork. I'm so happy. It's by Ryan Parrott, who is the guy who's currently writing Power Rangers, not Mighty Morphin anymore, but he was over at Boom. And this is a solid 8 out of 10. It's an amazing series so far, and nothing's really happened. We only get the first real villain, which is this half werewolf, half bat. Sick. We move on to its Shared Universe book, issue, what is this now? Issue 13 of Radiant Black, with a really cool retro gaming variant cover. This issue, we have our main character, Nathan, is back. And what I didn't see coming was that really quickly they glaze right over this. It's never like retouched on throughout the issue. Is that Nathan gets home out of the hospital, he's going inside his house, he goes into his bedroom, and boom, the freaking radiant robot energy thing tried to talk to him, and he's like, no, not right now. So he still has a connection to the radiant thing. So I super duper am amped to see if he gets his own suit, because he still has a connection. We get a cool villain, and we get some background behind these villains and what's fueling them and what they're going after and what they're doing. I'm really excited to see that not even just see that we are getting development of all these cool, interesting villains that have quickly been popping up. We get to see our current Radiant Black deal with the popularity and the live streaming, the advertising, and endorsements that he's dealing with. Artwork's phenomenal. This is another 8 out of 10. Like, Image, Kyle Higgins is really killing it with this new Image world that they're building. Then finally we have we have two Boom books. The return with issue 21 of Something is Killing the Children by Tynion. James Tynion IV, I believe. We've waited a real long time. I bought the hardcover of the series, which collects issues 1 through 16, and then read trade paperback volume 4, which had issues 17 through 20, and then I was able to get the bloody die cut variant. I'm not going to take this out of the sleeve. I will post pictures of it on Instagram. This is the variant where it is our main character covered in blood holding her totem, but it has an extra piece that becomes her mask that they all wear in the comic series, which opens up and reveals the main cover. Really sick. This issue was a home run. I'm so happy to be back. Tynion really just going straight in there with a brand new story, not even touching on the stuff yet. Like, I'm so excited to see where this goes. I'm so pumped. Like, just reading this got me like, oh, I can't wait. And then in here, we had an advertisement for the next storyline out of House of Slaughter, which is going to be amazing. This is a 9 out of 10. Like, killed it. Indies killed this week. Finally, from Boom Studios, the last issue from the indies this week is Buffy the Vampire Slayer 25th anniversary issue. This is a big boy. This is the Jorge Corona variant cover, which has all these cool characters in his art style, which I love. Fantastic read. You get like 4 or 5 stories. I think it's 5. I really do think there's like 5 mini stories in here. Artwork throughout all of them is really good. You get a conclusion to the series, the Buffy the Vampire series that just wrapped up. This is like the epilogue, basically. I'm kind of upset because I really do want to get into it. I think it's 9 or 10 trade paperbacks right now. I need to figure out a way to get that and read it at least. Seems awesome. You get some really cool like backstories that are like kind of just highlight characters. Some like prequel kind of stuff for like Spike. You get a really cool Willow story, and then in the last story, which is amazing, you get this weird alternate new world, which is going to be this new series called The Vampire Slayer, and it looks like Willow's the Slayer, like, which is, I can't even wrap my head around. And Buffy and Willow basically switch places in roles. I'm super excited for The Vampire Slayer. Not having Buffy in the main title is weird, but super excited to pick that up at issue number 1. This easily gets an 8.5. Obviously it's hard, a little bit harder if you haven't read the event We Are Slayers, We Are Slayers. That leads into the first story here, but it was really enjoyable and beautiful. Then we move into Marvel with the final issue 6 of Tom Taylor's Dark Ages. So this was super hyped up and anticipated. This is a variant cover. I am kind of disappointed. I don't know if it was my disappointment of the week yet, but I'm disappointed because it doesn't feel like this is how it should end. It wraps up that conflict and that like small plot line and that thing with that fight with Purple Man and Apocalypse and getting the heroes back. It kind of finally flushes out how they were under control and stuff like that. Um, but it feels like so many unanswered questions at the end. We don't really touch on, you know, curing the world fully and like the EMP stuff and like the monster that's down. Like we don't really like it. Just stays. Maybe I have to reread it. I'm assuming the reason this feels like this is because Tom Taylor signed a deal with DC, exclusive rights, and he's not going to be able to make a sequel to this or continue it, which sucks because I would really like to see a continuation of this. So I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. We'll move on to issue 2 of Ghost Rider, highlighting 50 years of Ghost Rider. Or it's 50 years of Marvel. It's probably 50 years of Ghost Rider. Awesome issue. Unfortunately, with a lot of these Marvel series, I'm going to stop reading them monthly as they come out. I'm going to be a lot of these series. I might pick up issue 1s and variant covers that I care about, but I'm probably going to stick to reading them on the Marvel Unlimited app. Obviously, Spider-Man and such titles will stay. Ghost Rider is probably going to be one that I skip on and read as it comes out on the app, and then I'll do individual reviews on those books on my YouTube. But this is really cool. It's really setting up some really cool stuff. I really like that there's a split between Ghost Rider and Johnny Blaze, and like he doesn't know or he's not like aware of what's going on when he becomes Ghost Rider, which he normally was. I like this new character, this girl that we don't have much about. I'm excited to see where it goes. I am going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. We move on to issue 5, variant cover of the Hulk. Love this cover, and I love this book because, well, the last issue, I was kind of like, where is this going? We find out this really is a world where Hulk doesn't exist. Bruce Banner was successful in his experiments developing this radiation bomb, which his father-in-law ends up becoming president and using this technology to create a bunch of abominations to rule the world with an army of abominations. And Spaceship Hulk, which is the divided psyches of Bruce Banner, Hulk, and the body of Hulk, fights a giant mutant Spider Hulk. But it's not the normal Spider Hulk that we know of. He's got spider legs, and it's all over the place. He's just a kid. It was really emotional. It was really cool. Inside the mine, something's going on where Banner's basically lost control now, and Betty took over. But I think it is. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. All I know is it's getting crazy. This is a amazing 8.5 out of 10, I would say. We move on to the last Marvel book, which is a variant Bagley cover of Amazing Spider-Man 93. This is the end of the run and will be renumbered as issue 1 coming forward. And despite popular belief, I loved this issue. Wrapped everything up nice and tight. All the point bays and dot point fives were all connected. We got to see the slingers. We got to see Peter and Ben, and then they fight, and there's a new character at the end that Ben becomes, and all this cool stuff, and this and Mary Jane asking Peter to move in with her. So much stuff, dude. So much cool stuff. I really did like it. I really did like it a lot. I liked it. I'm gonna say this, and I screw everyone that disagrees. This is an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. Artwork wasn't even bad. We move on to DC with War for Earth 3 issue 2. This is the Omega issue, basically. They should have just said Alpha and Omega. This is a 5-part series, and I was not amused at all, really. From the Teen Titans issue last week to this, it feels like we missed so much information. How did everyone even, they were going there, but like, when did they get there? We're in the middle of a battle. No explanation of how they got there. No explanation of what occurred and how they found each other. Nothing. Like, no discussion of what their plan was or nothing. We're just bouncing around. People are flipping sides back and forth. I have no clue what was going on. I have no idea. I don't even understand the conclusion. I don't know. They captured Ultraman and then the weird Superboy clone became Ultraman. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. I have no idea. But on the other hand, Shadow War Alpha 1, which is stupid. There's not gonna be an Alpha 2. Cardstock cover. That was the cardstock cover also for Suicide Squad. For War of Earth 3, which might make me drop Suicide Squad, actually. Boom. This start of the Batman event that ties in Deathstroke, Inc., Robin, and Batman. This was awesome. Really emotional. A lot of cool stuff. Very excited where we're going here. Some crazy stuff I don't want to spoil because I think everyone should watch it, read it. It was cool. Artwork was incredible. The involvement of all 3 of these characters and the building into this event is spot on, amazing. I'm super excited for it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, that was it. I thought I had more. That's all I got. It was only 2 DC books this week. So not used to that being a thing, because it never was. But yeah, that was my pulls for the week. Tune in on Tuesday on Manny Reads Comics on YouTube, where you can see what my top 3 was, what my disappointing moment of the week was, and what my cover of the week was. Gonna be excited. I gotta run over to film that with the guys right now. Please do me a huge favor and check out my Instagrams at ViolentCasket and ViolentCasket Comics. I have records to upload. I need to take pictures. Probably gonna do that after I'm done filming. Also check out my YouTube at The Vinyl Casket. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I got a ton of stuff I'm working on between new shows, more reviews, reactions, and also check out my Twitch because I will be doing a lot more gameplay. I've been pretty decent with it, but we will be pushing that to the beyond. Thank you guys so much. And remember to do me a major favor and stay lame.